I got a match here with Alex or mUdQuAza, one of my best friends here on YouTube. And, god damn, just threw a stylus at this fly that's been bugging me for hours now. God damn it. I don't know why I threw my stylus at it, though. I mean, what if that hit it and killed it? That would be amazing. That would be like in the newspaper. Man killed fly with DS stylus. Whatever, anyway. Okay, so I got a match against Alex, and I was leading with Crobat. I think I didn't go for the taunt because it was too obvious, and he did in fact not set up Stealth Rock, but he does now as I trick him with my Rotom, which is pretty nice. Get a Scarf on him. Well, actually, you'll see later what exactly happens with that. It's pretty funny. But I predict the switch, and he stays in. I don't really know why, but it works out for him, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really, nothing happens pretty much. But now he's going to switch back to his Venomoth as I go for the HP Ice, expecting a Sceptile to come in because it would resist both of my stabs and be able to hit me back with a, grass move. But no, in comes Venomoth, gets a crit, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I don't really have anything specific on my team to take the sleep, so I'm just going to stay in, kind of slow down my Rotom form, because that moving sprite is so fast. Like, holy, that Venomoth is pretty fast too now that I look at it. But anyway, man, it's so hot in here. Anyway, I switch back to my to my Crobat because if he's a Quiver Dance set, I expect him to run both Bug Buzz and HP Ground, both of which I can take because I 4x resist Bug Buzz even with Tinted Lens. It's not going to do too much, and HP Ground is ground move, and I'm flying type. So, but he has Sub. That either means he has Bug Buzz in his last move slot or Baton Pass, meaning that he would not have any offensive moves at all. And I'm kind of just scouting here. I don't really feel like switching because I do feel pretty safe. Then again, if he Baton Passes into something, I don't know what that's going to be. Yeah, so in comes this thing, Evolution of Mana. Hit it with the Brave Bird, and that means that his Venomoth does not have any offensive moves, in fact, which is interesting because now every time it comes out, I'm expecting it to set up because that's all it can do, and that's good to know though. So I go for the taunt now because he has not seen it yet. I guess maybe he wasn't predicting it because I haven't used it so far, and it works out because he went for the Moonlight. And right here, I do expect him to go for the offensive move, and not even if he did switch. Actually, that would have been good for me as well. But generally, all these things run is a Psychic move, either Psychic or Stored Power, which is, I think, boosted by the amounts of boosts you have, and he has +3 right now, so it's pretty powerful. But I'm just going to go for the Calm Mind, because I feel pretty safe. The worst thing he could do is, another one of those, or maybe HP Fighting. That would be good coverage, I guess. I don't really know what these things run normally. But I set up one Calm Mind, and then Taunt wears off. I don't know if that means that, Taunt got, I think Taunt did get nerfed in this game. I don't really know how exactly. Maybe less turns or something, but it just felt like it didn't last at all. But because Taunt wore off, I just hit him down as low as I could because he is now able to recover off if he wants to. So I'm just gonna kill him off as soon as possible, which I do. And yeah, next he sent in a Flareon, which could take a Psychic if it's especially defensive. However, my Zam is at its best as it could be. I don't even know how to say that. Like, at its maximum potential, basically, because it's at +1 right now, and at such low HP, it's not going to get another chance to set up. So I'm just going to go for the Psychic, hit him as hard as I can. Doesn't even do that much because Flareon is kind of a beast. But yeah, it takes me down. I'm going to switch to my Mamoswine, which now gets Thick Fat, which is pretty awesome. This is actually a curse set with max special defense. Pretty awesome. I've been kind of wanting to use this guy for a while, and I mean, I used it back in Gen 4 as well, but then didn't have Thick Fat and stuff like Heatran, could just easily switch it and do work, But now, Heatran is not as much of a counter as it would normally be. It's pretty cool. Like, Fire is pretty much neutral, and Ice is actually resisted, basically. So, anyway, he switches back to Swampert as I go for a Curse, and then he goes for the Scald and burns me instantly. Oh my god, that is so annoying. I mean, every time someone uses Scald on me, it burns, and whenever I use it, it just never works, and I feel like I should just be using Surf for more damage, because it just never burns for me. And I mean, look at this. So I switch back to my Shaman to go for the Aromatherapy, get rid of the burn on Mamoswine. And, yeah. 2 out of 2. Are you kidding me? That is so unfair. Anyway, Steve is gonna go for the Aromatherapy, because, Steve is not as scary as Hedge, But whatever, anyway. So I go for the Aromatherapy as he switches back to his Venomoth. And now knowing that this thing does not have any offensive moves, I cannot really stay in here because I don't have HP Fire. If he sets up one Butterfly Dance and then goes for a Sub, then I cannot break it. So I'm immediately going to switch back to my Mamoswine, also because I cured the Sleep. So he can, in theory, put me back to sleep. I don't know why he would put my shaman to sleep, though. I guess maybe thinking that I do have the HP fire. But he does go for the sleep powder as I switch back to my Mamoswine, which is really not that useful anymore because it's at low HP. As I said, it's a curse set, so it doesn't have much speed, and it's really not that useful anymore. So get that put to sleep. I switch back to my Crobat now, knowing once again that this thing is the best counter I have for this Venomoth. And I'm not sure what he's going to pass it to. I mean, I know he has Sceptile. I forget whatever else he has because I just never really look at the team previews. Or I do, but I always forget, like, instantly. And he has Immense. And that is not good for me. Because with the Intimidate, Brave Bird is not going to do much. And I don't know what kind of Immense this is. All I know is that it's at +1 special attack, +1 special defense, and +1 speed. So, god damn, that is scary looking. But he goes for Fire Blast. He is, in fact, Life Orb, which means that Hitmontop might just be able to finish it off. I'm just going to go in, go and try and do that. So I'm going to go for the Fake Out. Does a convincing amount, and I do, in fact, have the Sucker Punch, not the Mach Punch. I think he was expecting me to have Mach Punch and not be able to kill him, but I do have the Sucker Punch and just finish him off with that. So that's pretty cool. And he sends in Flareon. I don't have any speed EVs. I don't know if I'm faster or not. It's funny how I said EVs when he is a Flareon, but I'm going to switch back to my Rotom. Now not being asleep is easily going to be easily going. It's so hot. God, I'm messing up. It's easily going to take it out because water against fire is simple math. Even if you suck at math, you should be able to figure that out. So finish him off, and in comes Sceptile finally. And I don't know what he wants to do. I don't know if he's special, physical, mixed, whatever. I'm just going to switch back to my Shaman, play it safe, and see what he wants to do. So, goes for a Leaf Blade, which is physical. But he does have the Life Orb. Then again, if he's mixed, why would he run Leaf Blade? I don't know. But still, which is kind of making me think that he is physical. So I'm going to switch back to my Hitmontop, expecting an X-Scissor, I think, was my thought process. But he goes for the HP Fire. Anyway, then again, Hitmontop has great special defense, so I just take that, no problem. And I'm just going to go for the Fake Out, just to be safe. I know he's probably going to switch out, but whatever. Get some damage on the Swampert. It doesn't really do that much, though, so I'm going to have to switch back to my Rotom just to hit him down further to where Hitmontop can eventually finish him off. As he goes for the Scald, locks himself into that once again. He's Scarfed, so that's all he can do. And I miss a Hydro Pump here, which is kind of bad for me, because now a Scald is going to be hurting, and I'm going to be lower on HP than I would normally be if that Hydro Pump hit. Right here I expect the Sceptile to come in to take the Hydro Pump and finish me off, but nope, doesn't happen. And Scald is really getting me down low, to where I cannot take a hit from Sceptile at all, and for that reason I'm actually going to trick back my own Scarf. And that way, a Hydro Pump from here should be able to finish off the Swampert as well as outspeed the Sceptile and do some damage to that, to where Hitmontop can finish it off with a simple Mach Punch, so that it doesn't necessarily have to come into it and go for a Fake Out followed by a Mach Punch. But in this, this way, I can just finish off the Sceptile in one hit after it gets hit by a Hydro Pump for some damage, and I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm getting aimed and stuff. Okay, so Sceptile comes in, Hydro Pump does hit, and it hits him down to about half, if I remember correctly. Yep, it does. And from this range, Mach Punch is easily going to be able to take it out. If he was at higher HP though, and I sent in Hitmontop, he could have went back to Swampert, and just a Mach Punch might not have been able to finish off the Sceptile. So that basically was my whole thought process story there. It's getting dark. I should turn on the lights. Anyway, go for the Mach Punch just to be safe as he switches back to Swampert. Now doesn't have the Scarf anymore, so I know I'm faster. Even with the Scarf, I might have been faster. I don't know. But close combat, finish it off, and then Mach Punch is going to finish off the Sceptile. And that's the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like the video. Helps out a lot. And I think Alex is going to post this match as well sometime soon, so I look forward to that as well on his channel. And it is so hot. Oh my god. I'm not used to this anymore. It's never hot, and now it's hot, and it's not even... whatever. It's not even daytime. Okay. I'll see you guys later. I got a fly to kill. Peace.